Yo, what's going on, my gremlins? Today we're going to be talking about all the gameplay changes from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7. First, we're going to dive into the perks. In Black Ops 7, we're going to have all the Black Ops 6 perks plus a new perk called Wisp T, making a total of 12. The description of Wisp T is drink to summon a companion Wisp after eliminating zombies. The Wisp lasts 30 seconds, and after a 2-minute cooldown, it can be summoned after defeating a certain amount of zombies, and the Wisp won't end the round. Like in Black Ops 6, the perk cost is increased after you buy a perk, except now if you earn a perk through a power-up, Gobblegum, or Easter egg, it's no longer going to increase the cost of the perk. Instead of the Wonder Fist spawning in at round 25, it spawns in after you drink 4 perks in solo. If you're playing co-op, all players must have 3 perks, and after the first person drinks their 4th perk, the Wonder Fist will spawn in. The random perk power-up has been added to the regular rotation of power-ups, only after you've gotten a certain amount of perks. You're also more likely to get more power-up spawns per round. There's going to be 6 ammo mods at launch with Black Ops 7. We're going to have Brain Rot, Napalm Burst, Shadow Rift, Dead Wire, Cryo Freeze, and they're adding Fireworks from Black Ops 3. The description for Fireworks says each bullet hit has a chance to launch fireworks that target and explode enemies. Lightning and Shatterblast will be added during Season 1, so if you're fans of those, don't worry. At launch of Black Ops 7, there's 6 field upgrades. We have Dark Flare, Healing Aura, Frenzied Guard, Energy Mine, Ether Shroud, and Toxic Growth makes a return. The description for Toxic Growth is summons a deadly growth of Thorn that slows enemies and damages them over time, and it leaves after a set amount of damage. If you're fans of Tesla Storm, Frost Blast, and Mr. Peaks, they will be added during Season 1. Your augment progression does carry over from Black Ops 6, so if you haven't gone through and researched all your augments, make sure you do that. In Black Ops 7, they're increasing the amount of augments you get from 6 to 8. Once you get your 8th augment, you're going to be able to put a second minor augment that goes for perks, ammo mods, and field upgrades. I'm going to go over all the new augments. The new major augment for Juggernog is called Iron Core. Your health is increased when all of your armor plates are broken. And the new minor augment is called Shake It Off. Incoming damage will occasionally be significantly reduced. PhD's new major augment is called Double Whammy, releases second explosion shortly after the first one. The new minor augment for PhD is called Stuntman, wall jumping creates an explosion. Elemental Pop's new major augment is called Rainbow Pop. Weapons with the ammo mod equipped have a chance to deal the elemental damage that an enemy is weak to. I really like that one. And its new minor augment is called Refreshment. Killing a special or elite enemy with its elemental weakness resets your elemental pop cooldown. Melee Macchiato's new major augment is called Macho Mall. The punch is replaced with your dedicated melee weapon. And the new minor augment is called Barista Brawl. Gain more essence from melee kills. Volturade's new major augment is called Armormatic. Picking up an armor plate automatically applies it to your vest. That's an insta-cop. I'm definitely using that one. Probably the first thing I'm going to unlock. The new minor augment is called Extra Serving. Special and elite enemies you kill have a chance to drop a large essence vial. Double Tap's new major augment is called Double Dealer. Every 4th bullet in your weapon magazine deals double damage. And its new minor augment is called Double Down. Bullet weapons have increased penetration damage through enemies. Quick Revive's new major augment is called Adrenaline Rush. Killing a special or elite enemy will start your health regeneration. And its new minor augment is called Emergency Medical Kit. You can now craft a self-revive up to 4 times. Deadshot Daiquiri's new major augment is called Dead to Rights. Bullets deal bonus damage to enemies within point blank range. And its new minor augment is called Dead Heat. Temporarily increase your movement speed after getting a point blank kill. Death Perception's new major augment is called Sixth Sense. See enemies close behind you and take less damage from behind. And its new minor augment is called Hidden Gems. Death Perception can now see loot. Stamina-Up's new major augment is called Guns Up, fire while sprinting, and its new minor augment is called Footwork, increased non-forward sprinting speed. If the speed is significantly faster, we're probably going to see some people running the Easter egg backwards for speed runs. Imagine. Speed Cola's new major augment is called Ammo Surge. Gain a burst of speed when initiating a reload, and its new minor augment is called Prestidigitation. Reloading has a chance to not use stock ammo. Getting into the ammo mods for Brain Rot, the new major augment is called Caustic Fumes. Charmed enemies deal toxic damage to nearby enemies, and its new minor augment is called Super Serum. Increase the damage dealt by charmed enemies. It's also good to note if any of your enemies are charmed or any kind of ability makes a zombie go on your side, they're making sure that it's not taking out the last zombie so that you can still hold a zombie. That goes for all abilities. For Napalm Burst, our new major augment is called Petroleum. Napalm Burst leaves a pool of fire on the ground. Our new minor augment is called Backdraft, increase the activation radius. Shadow Rift's new major augment is called Gravity Well. Shadow Rift becomes a black hole that pulls in enemies before teleporting away nearby enemy survivors. And our new minor augment is called Ammo-Therium. Teleporting enemies away adds ammo to your weapon magazine from stock. Deadwire's new major augment is called Ball Lightning. Activating Deadwire launches an orb that deals electric damage to nearby enemies as it moves, and its new minor augment is called Aftershock. Enemies that are stunned by Deadwire have a chance to spread to nearby enemies. Cryofreeze's new major augment is called Cold Company. Cryofreeze has a chance to activate on more than just one enemy, and its new minor augment is called Thermal Shock. Enemies are damaged once they're unfrozen. Getting into the field upgrades, starting with Dark Flare, our new major augment is called Muzzle Blast. The beam now deals additional damage in a cone in front of you, and its new minor augment is called Dusk Flame. Enemies that are hit by the beam are dealt additional shadow damage over time. Healing Aura's new major augment is called Necromancer. Healing Aura can now revive dead allies, and its new minor augment is called Cornucopia. Affected players get a health overcharge, which is a new mechanic that I'll get into later. Frenzy Guard's new major augment is called Fists of Frenzy. While frenzied, annihilate enemies with your fists. And its new minor augment is called Dual Layer. While Frenzy Guard is active, armor durability is increased. Energy Mine's new major augment is called Smart Mine. Energy Mine has more detonations and waits for multiple enemies to be in range for each detonation, and its new minor augment is called Recycle. A deployed Energy Mine can be recycled for field upgrade charge. Aether Shroud's new major augment is called After Image. Distract enemies with the Dark Ether clone of yourself. And its new minor augment is called Impulse. Deal shadow damage to enemies on activation and increase your movement speed during Aether Shroud. I saved all the new items for last, and we do have all the augments for these. For Wisp's T, the major augments are Mask of Wrath. The demon does more damage. Mask of Salvation. The Fox can revive you while it's active. This can be done up to 3 times per match. Mask of Distraction. The monkey attracts enemies and does damage in an area. Mask of Benevolence. The maiden does not attack, but will periodically heal you. Its minor augments are Extension, increase the Wisp's lifetime. Haste, decrease the cooldown before Wisp can be summoned. Zombie Sitter, the Wisp will attract and avoid damaging the last zombie in the round until the round times out. And Fetcher, the Wisp will pick up items and power-ups for you aside from the nuke. Getting into our new ammo mod, Fireworks. Its major augments are Big Game. Fireworks can activate on elite enemies, creating a bigger light show. Starburst. Fireworks explodes immediately, sending flares through enemies in all directions. Weeping Willow. Instead of targeting enemies, the flares will land on the ground and explode for a while. And then finally we have Fire Wheel. Create 2 fire wheels that spin around and damage enemies. I do have a clip of that actually.
Happy New Year, Demon Spawn!
Looks like a pretty good augment. The minor augments for Fireworks are Starlight. Fireworks launches more flares. Big Bang. Fireworks flares deal more damage to special and elite enemies. High Yield, increase the area of effect, and Short Fuse, Fireworks cooldown is reduced. For Toxic Growth, its major augments are Urdicant. Toxic Growth takes up a wider area, and enemies that enter the growth continue to be slowed after leaving it. Core Dissection, the first normal or special enemy to walk into the growth is entangled and charmed, attacking other enemies that enter. Pollination, enemies killed by the growth explode, dealing toxic damage to nearby enemies and slowing them. And then finally we have Zuchori, the first normal or special enemy to walk into the growth becomes the toxic growth itself. For its minor augments, we have Ankle Shredder. Enemies move through the growth are even slower. Green Thumb significantly increases the toxic growth health. Extra Charge increases max charges by 1. And then we have Plant Food. Killing enemies with toxic growth has a chance to drop healing fruit. Also keep in mind, once you fully upgrade something and have all 8 augments for it, you do unlock that extra slot for an extra minor augment, so you can have 2 minor augments for all of your abilities. There's new mechanics for Gobblegums. In game, you can crush a Gobblegum you're holding for points. The rarer the gum, the more points you earn. Gums that give you power-ups instantly give you the power-up instead of spawning it in. The exit strategy gum instantly exfils you now. If you're playing co-op and you're constantly spinning the Gobblegum machine, it's going to add a cooldown so that your friends have a chance to get some. We're also getting new Gobblegums added. I'm going to be going over these in order of rarity. First we have Rare. Our new Gobblegum is Aftertaste from Black Ops 3, and it allows you to keep your perks after a down. There's 2 new epic Gobblegums. The first one's called Requipment, refills equipment slots for 5 minutes. And then we have Power Vacuum, spawns more power-ups for 5 minutes. And if you play Black Ops 3, you are familiar with Power Vacuum. We have 2 new legendaries. We have Armageddon, gives you a 3-plate vest and full plates. And then we have Round Off, prevents the round from advancing for 2 rounds. So for Round Off, I'm assuming you could just take out however many zombies, and once you meet that zombie requirement, it's just gonna go to the next round. It's just like having extra zombies on a lower round. For our Ultra Gobblegums, we have one called Gift Card, and it gives you 30,000 points. This is kind of replacing our shopping free, I'm assuming. And they're kind of teasing a new whimsical Gobblegum, but it just says classified. Some more general gameplay changes that are being added is special audio cues on rounds where zombies get stronger. Super sprinters appear sooner in the rounds with an overall lower spawn rate. Armored zombies are slower and can't super sprint, but their armor is slightly stronger and they do more damage than a normal zombie. You can knock down normal zombies with a regular slide for a minimal amount of damage. Max ammos now fill your equipment slot as well. fire sales also discount traps as well as wall buys. Every 10 rounds, you're rewarded with 50% of the salvage drops you miss. The amount of salvage drop from silencers is slightly nerfed. You can also buy ammo for a wall buy weapon at a reduced price. Armor can be bought and upgraded from the same wall buy, so you can buy tier 3 from a tier 1 location. The ammo cache has a new look. I really like it. I don't know, I just love Mr. Peaks, and the glowing ammo just looks really sick. Score streaks are no longer available in the mystery box, but you can get ether tools from the box now. Also, there's no more melee weapons in the mystery box, and your chances for a wonder weapon in the box increase per round. We have new prices for weapon rarities. So at the arsenal machine, green is going to cost 1,000 salvage. Blue is 1,500, purple's 2,000, and legendary is still 5,000. And of course, in the crafting bench, we have new equipment from Black Ops 7. One of the brand new tacticals that we're getting is called a sight grenade. It releases a mist and it can charm zombies. And we're also getting a hunter bot. This drone explodes on impact, but it will target special or elite enemies first. In the lethal spot, we're getting a cluster grenade, which we already know what that is. And then we have a point turret. It's a deployable turret that damages and distracts zombies. And it does stick on walls if you throw it at a wall. We're also getting the Black Ops 7 score streaks in the crafting bench. But the one I'm most excited for is a zombie exclusive Disciple Injection. With the Disciple Injection, you can raise a zombie in the air and throw it at other zombies. You can life drain the zombies. And you can do that screech that the disciples do, and it's going to stun zombies. SAM trials are replaced with TED tasks. This will give you a new reward, so there's no repeat items. Also, it just looks kind of funny. I do think that's a good solution on keeping the reward system, like how they have the SAM trials, but since, you know, the end of Black Ops 6, we're just going to replace her with TED. So hopefully Ted's not evil in this game, but Ted's our boy. We like Ted. The customizable HUD is back. You can now add custom colors to your HUD. And the thing I'm most hyped for is they're going to have HUD themes. And it said some are inspired by previous games, so maybe like Origins, Buried, Shadows of Evil, Mob of the Dead. I really want to use the one from Buried on this new map. I'm just going to refer to it as Ashes so I don't get like demonetized. But the new map Ashes looks really sick. They are changing up how we exfil, so we don't know what happened to Raptor 1 at the end of Black Ops 6, but now we're going through phone booths. It says answer a phone and enter a portal to fight a HVT and its minions. You successfully exfil if you beat it within the timer, just like a normal exfil. And in co-op, if you're playing with your friends and they want to exfil and you don't, you can keep playing and you can help them fight the HVT and stay in the game. That might be a good strat for camo grinding if you need HVTs. Oh yeah, and a quick side note, they said in multiplayer, instead of 100 headshots, it's going to be 80 headshots. So they made the grind a little bit easier. But I think that compensates for how many mastery camos there is, so definitely this year is going to be a grind. If you're playing with friends while you exfil and you want to exfil, the other phone booth locations are going to pop up and you can take that portal to go fight the HVT as well. You can now do critical hits with your melee weapons. You do have to aim for it though. And the heavy melee attacks are guaranteed to do more damage. There's a new health overcharge feature where you can get plus 100 health that doesn't regen, but you can re-earn it after it's been completely broken. I don't really understand how that works. They were saying something about like stim shots and augments for a jug, but I guess we'll see more about that in COD Next or whenever the game comes out, or maybe even in the zombies beta. If you're playing co-op and your friend is down, if you finish the round, they're going to be auto-revived. Save and quit the best feature returns. Thank you, Treyarch. There's going to be 4 modes to play in round-based zombies this year. We have standard, which is regular zombies, directed mode, which we know from Black Ops 6. If you don't know, it just walks you through the main quest, and this comes out like a couple months after like the main map releases. Survival maps return from Black Ops 2. If you don't know what survival is, it just focuses on a small area of a larger map and there's no side quests. It's just taking out zombies and trying to get a high round. And then I'm honestly pretty excited for this. We're going to have a new cursed mode. I'm going to make a full video on this because there's just so many things to learn about cursed mode, but a brief summary is you're going to have a starting pistol. There's no loadout. It has the old point system from Black Ops 3, new exclusive side quests. In the direct, they said you unlock it after completing a main quest, but online it said classified, so we're not really too sure yet. Also, if you didn't know, our dedicated crew from Black Ops 6 is also in Black Ops 7. They're going to let you keep your Easter egg skins, so make sure you're doing all the Easter eggs so you can keep these skins. Just for the operators though, not the weapons. But if you're excited for Black Ops 7, make sure to leave a like, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any content for Black Ops 7. I'm going to be doing all the Easter eggs, I'm going to be doing camo guides. I'm going to try to be streaming, so I'm actually in my new streaming room. If the audio is a little echoey, I'm sorry, I haven't finished setting it up. It's still a work in progress and it's still an idea, but let me know down in the comments if you'd be excited for some streams for Black Ops 7. I may test out my streaming setup whenever the beta comes out. If you want more info on Curse Mode, the new Zombies map Ashes, or Dead Ops Arcade 4, I'm going to have a dedicated video for all of those. If you're watching this a couple days from whenever it comes out, they're going to be in a playlist, but if not, give me a little bit of time. I do have work. But definitely going to be grinding out some content for y'all from now on. I still got to finish Borderlands 4. I got Borderlands 4 Legendary Guides. Eventually, Lego Fortnite's going to have another update. I'm going to cover that. We don't know when that is. And of course, zombies. My main thing is zombies. If any of that interests you, make sure to check out my playlist so you can check out all my videos. I do organize them for y'all. But with that being said, this is the end of the video. So if you're excited for Black Ops 7, let me know down in the comments. Make sure you're leaving a like, make sure you're subscribed, but it's been muted, and I'll catch you in my next video.